When was the last time you woke up and proceeded to do absolutely nothing? No social media, no talking, no eating, absolutely nothing. Just like me, chances are you can't remember the last time you did. A few weeks ago I started wondering what would happen if I decided to completely bring my life to a stop for 2 full days. Would I go mad? Would I become spiritually enlightened, ready to become the next Dalai Lama after the 48 hours were over? Or would I feel completely recharged afterwards, excited to tackle life's challenges? And would I even be able to make it all the way through without quitting?
Fuck this shit.
Not knowing at all what we were getting ourselves into, Jacob and I decided to give it a shot. There were only 2 things we allowed ourselves to do: drink water and go to the toilet. And for the next 48 hours, that would be all.
Why is my heart beating so fast? How's yours? You have no heart. Okay. Alright. We have officially started. Let's go.
20 minutes of intense boredom later, I tried to calculate how much of the challenge we had completed so far, and this was my face when I realized we were well below 1%. 1 hour. I was slowly getting hungry, and the smells of food coming from the kitchen below us didn't make it easier. Fasting for 48 hours on its own is a big challenge, let alone doing it with absolutely nothing to distract me from my hunger. At least I knew that fasting for so long was actually a very healthy thing to do, at least according to the internet. Apparently there have been studies that show that fasting may have a lot of benefits, including reduced inflammation, improved brain health, and a better mood. I also thought that after 19 years of giving my body just one night at a time to digest food, giving it a bit longer to really flush out all the toxins was a good idea. 3 hours. Up until that point I had never in my life been more excited to get up and walk to the toilet. 1 hour later, 4 hours into the challenge, we decided to go to bed. It was still pretty light outside, but laying down was better than sitting up straight, and not much later we both fell asleep. 19 hours into the challenge, I woke up having slept a whopping 13 hours. I guess my body really needed some rest after a lot of traveling and filming. Another reason why I decided to try this challenge was because of a thing called dopamine fasting. Dopamine is a feel-good hormone, and the idea of dopamine fasting is that in today's age we are constantly exposed to social media, food and other stimuli, causing a dopamine overload. The antidote to that is to do a dopamine fast every now and then, which basically means cutting off all sources of pleasure for some time. As a result, you allow your dopamine circuits to recover, which should make you feel happier and more motivated in the long term. And though all of this sounds nice, I was skeptical about whether I'd really feel noticeably better when the challenge would be over, and for now, only time could tell. 3 hours into the second day and 20 hours into the challenge, I was slowly going insane. Fast forward 3 hours and insanity had officially arrived. Not much later, we were halfway through. I definitely felt more tired than on the first day, and I was getting really hungry now, and the thought that I still had to wait an entire day wasn't encouraging either. 26 hours. At this point my trips to the toilet had become the highlights of my days, and though they only lasted about 2 minutes maximum, getting up and walking a few meters felt really good. 29 hours in, and the dead fly on the windowsill was starting to look more and more tasty. 1 hour later, we decided to go to sleep. One of the things that surprised me the most was that on both nights I fell asleep pretty much instantly, even though I had done nothing to make myself tired on both days. I guess my body was in some sort of winter sleep mode and tried to preserve energy because of the lack of food. After another long night of sleep, we were at 85% of the challenge. I was exhausted, both physically and mentally, and by this point we were both looking like dead bodies. On the third day though, the prospect of food later on the same day was a great motivator, and knowing that we were almost at the finish allowed us to push through until the end. And then the moment was finally there.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my. I don't even know what to say. That was one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my life. Walking. What an experience. Oh my god. I love your mother.
After completely emptying out Jacob's kitchen, which in hindsight was probably against the idea of allowing my body to recover from all the bad stuff I've been eating, I can't say I felt noticeably better or was way more motivated to do things in the day after the challenge. However, it did make me much more aware of my daily habits. I realized how much time I spent doing useless things like scrolling down social media, and it made me realize how much you can actually do if you spend your time well. It also made me more grateful for the things I have daily access to, like food, unlimited information, and even humans to interact with. In the end, it was a very educational experience, but I don't think I'd do it anytime soon. I do random things like this every week, and so if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next week.